The question is, how can I get my techs and my crews to up their quality level? I've heard different versions of this question many times. At the end of the day, it all comes down to training, but it's also about communication. And so what I believe you want to be doing is going over with your crews and your techs every single morning any new notes that you've put on their route sheet or their mobiles. So I personally like the concept of standing out at the gate, at the yard, or however you operate, and as your crews leave your facility, I would assume if you're a bigger company, they're staggered, you're going over very quickly with any changes to the schedule. Anything that's changed, anything you need to tell them about, or your manager or somebody's doing this, and then they're pointing out notes. Notes such as, this client was unhappy about this last time, this client asked if you could please do this, this client said while you're there, can you please check on this? You can do this very quick. If you've done it right in your software system or from your software system on your printed route sheets or work orders, you can have this highlighted or notated and you just run through it very quickly. So this is a communication thing. You've got to literally talk to each of your techs, your teams, your crews about this. Just make sure it's crystal clear. It only takes a few extra minutes, but it results in a higher level of quality, what would be a better level of customer service, fewer redos, fewer callbacks. It just saves money and it builds your reputation so that all of your marketing works so much better. And then on top of that, I would highly recommend pictures. If there's a problem, if there's a complaint, or if there's an accident, something safety related, there's pictures taken of everything, and then those pictures are talked about. You could put them on, depending on the software system you're using, you could have that picture attached to a job so it shows up on the mobile if you're using mobiles, or if they're using paper, you could print out those pictures. Who cares if it costs you a little bit of extra money to print in color? Because it's worth so much money to you in terms of being great, in terms of doing a really good job with high quality and excellent customer service, because again, that makes all of your marketing work so much better. It earns you so many referrals. So a little bit of money spent on paper and ink to produce a much higher level of service has so many major benefits in terms of revenue and profits downstream. So print that stuff out, stand out there and talk to them about it. Meet them in the field, show up at the job unexpected and point things out. Show up unexpected and walk the property with the team. Show up unexpected and show them how to do a better job performing whatever the service is. Or show up unexpected with a tech and say, hey, last week when you diagnosed whatever brown spot and it wasn't, it was actually grubs, here's what you look for. And you go through that stuff with the team. So it requires lots of training, lots of in-person communication, lots of in-field communication, lots of showing up at the job site and getting your hands dirty and showing the team, here's how we do it, and setting that example, and then showing them best practices, watching what they're doing, analyzing it, and saying, hey, have you tried this? Hey, have you considered this? Maybe you could do it this way and you'll save yourself some time and you'll get home earlier. Maybe if you do it this way, the 3 times you had to go back to other jobs last week could have been eliminated because you could have got it right the first time. So you're thinking through the actions that are happening with the team, and you're thinking of ways to take steps out of the process or add steps to the process to either improve and make them either even better, or to subtract, meaning take away things that are negative that they're doing that again will make your quality, your customer service and everything else so much better. And in the end, make your team a lot happier because they're getting home faster. They're not pissed that you just had them go back to a property for the, again. All of these things go together, work together to build a really great company and to get your teams and your techs and your crews to do what it is that you want them to do.